Kid. It's the kid. It's the kid. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday, man. You know, it's the weekend. We're looking forward to the weekends, football and so forth. And it's been an interesting week. It's been a very interesting week. And there's been there've been two major stories this week, and I think that's what we're going to be covering tonight on this Friday night bonanza, as we of course build up to the huge games happening this weekend. Well, mainly United against Tottenham, Chelsea, Newcastle, and of course we have that CL next week, man. But I mean, this is the week in which LSG said, well, what's up? This is also the week that Chelsea have been into a few things, but I want to just show you guys a little something, because this is just to confirm something that we already knew, but it's good to have like a visual image of things that have happened. So let me just show you this right now. So this, of course, is the official website, halfoffootballhot.com, where you get all of your content crack goodness. And it's been a long time coming, but there we have it. Confirmed, the PSG wing. The PSG wing is there. So, of course, previously the Barca wing was there. The Barca wing was built and it was put up purely after the events of 8-2, which Messi was a part of. And after LSG's complete capitulation, this had to happen. And guys, I also wanted to show you something different again. This just shows you why I need to be protected. So, because I'm not actually going to read out what this guy said, but I will just, you know what, I'll do this. So, I want you just to look at this, and this just shows you how I get attacked on Twitter, man. So, shout out to my friend in here, and I think this guy might actually even be Nigerian. So, now, I merely said, has anybody addressed the fact that Messi contributed to PSG being knocked out of the CL with his penalty miss in the first leg? Keyword there, guys, is contributed. Not his to say. Remember, guys, I said contributed, not his to blame. He contributed. He contributed to them being knocked out by missing a penalty. Perfectly fine. And then look at this ugly Nigerian. Your content is trash, my guy. Thanks for them. And what you got a majority of on your streams with no ball knowledge, along with yourself, who just ruins. Well, I think he meant to say runs. So I think, mates, you have to remove the I, runs, who just runs agendas to fit your own narrative. And you see, guys, this is why, it's always slightly problematic, when you put your flag there, because whenever people get triggered and so forth, they're like, oh, Nigerian, he's Czech, he's from Krypton. You Nigerian, you Kryptonian, you Gotham, you blah, 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 And look, see, it is what it is. I mean, so when you come into the space of YouTube and so forth, you have to have a thick skin, and the amount of comments and DMs I've gotten, mostly racial, whenever I've said stuff about Messi and Cristiano, it is what it is, So I just have to accept that. But it is the right though. Messi did contribute to PSG being knocked out. He wasn't the main reason. But he did help contribute by missing a penalty in the first leg. So, guys, what's coming on the show tonight, man? So we should hopefully be getting Red Devils Studio, who should be coming through, as well as PSG INT. So those guys should be coming through, man. And we're going to be talking about obviously Abramovich, Neymar and PSG being over, United against Tottenham, that's preview, and then Ballon d'Or. So maybe you guys may have seen the story, but there has been an update as to how the Ballon d'Or is now going to operate, which is key. Why they didn't do this before, I have no freaking idea. But they've done it now, and that's all that freaking matters. So let's deal with the pink pelican in the room. There has been an update, guys. There has been an update. So this is beautiful. So let me share this screen and tell you what has been happening. So again, before I build this up, Chelsea. So today, bank accounts got frozen. Apparently, players were trying to cancel their contracts and get out. And the narrative was running that, oh, Chelsea are going to go under, they're going to get screwed. And I said, relax, this will get solved. Abramovich is going to have to sell. Abramovich is in a lose-lose situation. He can't win this because no, Chelsea is screwed. Chelsea are done. Save the bridge, save the bridge. I'm sure you've seen the video with Don Robbie and expressions of like save the bridge, save the bridge. And look, it's funny, it's humorous. Some of the memes have been hilarious. I'll grant you that. Some of the memes have been very funny. Like people have said that like are Chelsea gonna have to charter like a boat or something to get to Lille and everything. So it's been funny. But I knew that, look, Chelsea will be fine because I knew that Abramovich would eventually sell. And that, my friend, is what has happened. So let's just check out this stretch. Shout out to your boy on Twitter, Peace Size, who's like a Chelsea guy, who I think, yeah, he's pretty good. So, Roman Abramovich gives green light for Chelsea sale. So it's happened. Deadline for bids is now set to the end of next week. Then they'll be considered. Abramovich has given his instructions to the reigning group to go ahead with the sale process. So we always knew this was going to happen. We always knew this was going to happen. Like, there was no scenario in which Abramovich could win. There was none. He had to tap out. He had to give in. Because if he kept on trying to go, the UK would stand firm. And I think from Abramovich, he knew that, like, looking at people suffer all around, it would have been too much. So, like, we always knew that we were going to get here. So the UK, they won. The governments, they won. They got what they wanted. And I already said from the start, from the very beginning, when he first brought out that statement, I was like, it's over. Abramovich with Chelsea, this is over. So what is going to happen? So the question now is, who owns Chelsea? You've heard of this American guy here. We're now hearing, I think there's a guy called Candy, this UK billionaire businessman. So there are many different aspects and many different people who can come in and say, what's up? So it's happened. It's happening right now. And all you can hope for is that Chelsea go into the right hands. That's all you can hope for, because if Chelsea get the wrong sort of owners, it's will look very dicey. But it's like, guys, I mean, was anybody so surprised? Now, some people may have said that, oh no, Abramovich cannot write off that 1.2 billion. But as I said to Daniel yesterday, I said, like, remember, there are businessmen and there are liquid merchants. A businessman is not writing off 1.2 billion. If, let's say, this was Kroenke or the Glazers in this situation, they will dig their heels in. Because Kroenke and Glazer, they don't care about that club and so forth. And also, they're businessmen. But Abramovich generally cares about what's happening with the Chelsea people. But put that to one side, because Abramovich right now, he's saying what's up with this war in Ukraine. Abramovich is a liquid merchant. He's got liquid money in very interesting ways. And as I said to Daniel yesterday, he can write off 1.2 billion because he's that rich. Because when you look at how he's ran Chelsea and how much money he just pumped into Chelsea without really getting that much money back, he is extremely wealthy. He's extremely rich. So he can so I'm sure Brown was like, okay, can I somehow get it? When he knew that he couldn't, like, okay, cool, yeah, I can write it off because he's that rich. So, we're always gonna get here. And again, before I give over to Magpie Studio, I believe this will go to a UK firm, a UK company that I think the government can control, because right now it's in the government's hands and they're now fully in control. So with that, it makes it even much more dicier. So Magpie Studio, talk to me, man. Abramovich has agreed to the sale. It's happened, and those save the bridge memes and so forth ain't going to be, because it's happened. It's going to be so. Talk to me.
I mean, first off, thanks for having me on again. RDS put me on here because obviously Chelsea playing Newcastle at the weekend, and I was reading reports that apparently because of you couldn't access the money in your kind of like credit cards, that you weren't able to afford fuel for the bus up. So That
But
was
that has
so.
now changed. That has now
No,
changed. So we can
no,
afford
no, no.
fuel and so forth.
It's just me as a helping hand, being like, listen, we can send in monies and stuff to get you guys up to Newcastle, man. I know it's a long trip, it's a long journey. So if there is anything that you feel that we can do as Newcastle Football Club to get you guys to the game, that that would help.
Worry
I
about
really,
staying in the
yeah.
league. You worry about
No, no, no.
staying in the
Oh no,
league.
no. We're in the league. Like, to be honest, we're not when we actually have, I think, the third, fourth, I think, best form in the Premier League right now. We're unbeaten in 9 games going into this game, and if you saw the Southampton game, we did a good one there. Bruno, the true Bruno, said what's up. So it's not going to be easy against us on the weekend, man. I actually thought this was a Newcastle versus Chelsea preview on this Friday thing, but we're
Oh, no,
talking about
no. We'll talk about that, but we'll talk
we'll
about it
get
more
there.
tomorrow. But,
Okay,
we're gonna because United thingy is tomorrow and Chelsea Newcastle
okay.
is on Sunday. So
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we'll
yeah,
definitely talk about it. But then
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, fair, no, fair. So I said it was just a sort of friendly hand. If you need the money, Newcastle are here. Is what I'm trying to say. But apparently it's resolved. Apparently, um, so from my understanding, saying Abramovich is happy to basically lose the 2.5 or 6 billion that is the Chelsea value,
No,
and
I think it's 1.5 billion.
1.5. And then he's happy for this sort of come to go, and so essentially the UK government are going to just crack on and sell it, presumably to a fellow Brit, I guess maybe an American, probably, and taking some there. So presumably that will be done at the end of next week. So financially, from now to next week, Chelsea have no issues. They're fine. There's no contract disputes or stuff like that. Are the banks still suspended, or like what's happening in the interim is what I want clarity here.
No, I mean, see, for me again, I'm not sure. I believe that might still be frozen because remember, it needs to be sold. So
Okay.
it needs to be sold. So I think until it's sold,
Okay.
everything now remains because what they had was Nike and Triviago still say okay we're still saying what's up. So three
Okay.
have already said that now it's about, but here's the thing right now. Three,
Okay.
you can't come back and be like, oh hey, do you want us back? No,
Yeah.
get out. Okay,
Yeah.
get out. So they've already said what's up. So I think
Mhm.
has to happen right now. People need certainty. So
Okay.
the quicker the sale happens with the right man, the better. So everybody knows where everyone is at. Because again,
Mm.
there was a story that's players want to have gotten lawyers to tear up their contracts and so forth. So
Yeah. I mean, bro. I mean, Newcastle are gonna have a big summer. Okay, Newcastle are gonna have a big summer, and I'm not gonna lie. There's certain Chelsea. If there's uncertainty around Chelsea, there's certain Chelsea players thinking, maybe Rudiger as a centre back. Like playing the Geordie Shore, man. You never know. Like, we can say what's up. So Lukaku, like I said, would be decent backup to Callum Wilson. Chris Wood potentially. So it's there, but you know, players, as you said, want certainty, and do they want to be in a club where um, the uncertainty is reigning right now? I think
relax, man.
you
Don't
know,
be a drama queen.
you know,
If once they get sold to an owner, where's the uncertainty? Once an owner gets it, where's the uncertainty?
I guess the uncertainty is that suddenly this owner's like, listen, I can't pay 400k a week for Timo Werner, Lukaku, um, and Kepa. I'm paying almost a million a week to these bums that aren't playing. I could do that on Abramovich because Abramovich could pay money, but I can't do that. So there might be certain Chelsea players' futures thinking, listen, our futures are in danger. Maybe we have to go to a club that's still in the UK, but that can afford the wages that we currently pay. And which clubs in the UK can currently afford those wages? Maybe United, maybe City, and Newcastle. So
Mark, listen to you.
yeah.
You're not getting any of Chelsea. Like, let me pause it, but you're not getting any of Chelsea players. So, like, that's
Okay.
a fact right now.
Okay.
But one point that you made is right though. Is that's why I said it's now a question of like who is now going to own Chelsea. Who is the guy now going to come in and say what's up? Because again, if there's a penny, if it's a Daniel Levy type, a penny pincher, then they'll be like, oh, Because I believe Christensen has already the Christensen to Barca. I believe has already been confirmed. So that's has already
Yes.
happened already.
Okay.
And if a new guy comes, you'd be like, what did
Well,
you know?
they really seem
So
to be bigging up this Nick Candy guy, 49-year-old guy, who is looks like he's like a property developer. So British luxury property developers with a net worth of 1.5 billion in the Estates Gazette. He was the richest in 2010. So he's basically a property developer. Um,
I,
I mean,
no, 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 no,
is that what you guys want?
no,
I
no, no,
mean,
no, no. For me, I said no,
it's,
no, hell no. A property
you
development. It's
don't
like I want a sugar daddy. 100%. I want a
okay,
sugar daddy, but
okay,
I'm preparing for the worst case scenario.
okay.
And I think the worst case scenario is you're just going to get either a consortium or just some dude. And
Hmm.
Chelsea will just have to, which is why the point that we were saying yesterday is,
Bro. Some of the stuff I'm reading. Actually, let me share it too because I think
oh
it'll be
God,
a lot more.
is it from
There's
Madrid zone? It better not be from Madrid zone, bro.
This is wiki, but there's a certain line here where I'm thinking, there's a lot more interest in it. So if you see that here, and I'm just going to the bottom here and say here, this just line here in 2020, the Guardian also reported that Candy had donated £100,000 to the Conservative Party in March 2020.
Wow.
So
So basically, no, wait. Basically, this is like but Batman. This is like Batman.
yes,
We've now found the little.
yeah, yeah, these cheeky connections where you're like,
That is
it's
sick. That
so there's a reason why the guy's been promoted, because
no, no,
he's
no. I mean, no, bro.
it
Like
yeah,
it's that. Like again, this is what I said yesterday, guys. You have to use your brain here. The governments have a great opportunity to have financial links with a Premier League football club. Because you have to understand, Abramovich never ran Chelsea as a brand. He ran them as a football club to try to win trophies. So every investment he made was to try to win trophies. He never really invested or ran it in terms of maximizing the brand. But the government, like, bro, 'cause remember, a rich man never has too much money. A
yeah,
rich man always wants more. There's no such thing like a rich man say, "Oh, I have enough money, I'm fine." No, you always want more because it's greed. So if you have an opportunity where you were granted this golden opportunity to pick the owner that and have links to you,
yeah,
and he can generate even much more money through this club and
yeah,
siphon and use the club to help fund the Conservative Party and so forth. Bro, everyone is eating good.
yeah,
Everybody's eating good. I mean, this is just sick.
yeah,
This is like basically, even when I saw him, I was like, this guy looks tricky.
yeah, yeah.
Because you always say this guy looks. I mean, no, if this guy goes
Would
to
you
Chelsea,
would you would you would
I
you
am
would
going
you
to say that no. There has to be
would you be surprised?
no, no, no,
Would
no.
you be surprised?
No, bro, forget that. Of course, I expect that to happen. But my thing is that I will call for an independent watchdog community
Mm,
to look at all of the financial dealings that will happen. But that won't happen. Everyone
mm,
are crooks. By the way, let's keep it. Do you want? Let's keep it real.
mm.
Everyone knew where his money came from to begin with.
Yeah,
Everyone knew.
yeah, yeah,
Like, let's not even talk about your guys as well.
yeah.
So
Well, yeah, yeah,
yeah. So,
yeah.
my thing is that people aren't really concerned with where the money came from, just as long as the money is being used to promote the Premier League. But the situation you have right now is you've now got to be seen to do the right thing. Everybody has to be in hop and step, bro. Magpies. If the UK didn't have to do these sanctions, they wouldn't. They're not doing this because it's the right thing to do. No, they're doing
Yeah,
it because you have to do it. It's what everyone is doing.
yeah,
Like they didn't rush to do this, but they're like, bro, the optics will look real bad. Because, bro, remember, At first, they didn't do it. It was
Oh yeah,
because of
yeah, yeah,
Kestama
the
in
oppression.
PMQs who was like, bro, wait, has and what has happened to Abramovich? And Boris was like, but Boris was not rushing to sanction him. It was because
Yeah,
Kestama said, yo, what about
yeah,
the guy who is linked in with Putin? How come this guy has not been sanctioned? And it's like, oh
yeah.
damn it, Spotlight was on. Boom, you have to now say what's up. But
Well,
they went to Russian to sanction him.
the Conservative Party have a lot of Russian donors. That's the key thing. So of course, money. It always comes back to money. Always about money. So they were obviously a lot slower in sort of doing it. And like I said, with this potentially Nick Candy takeover, again, it wouldn't surprise me because, as you saw in that Wikipedia article, he's a Conservative Party donor, and you want to keep things in house. Whether he would run Chelsea Football Club in the best interest of Chelsea Football Club remains to be seen.
Hell no.
Maybe
No.
it'll be like Crystal Palace in that way. So 'cause I don't think he's worth more than the owner of Crystal Palace, to be honest. I think I'm not trolling here. Like he's not. He's not. He's worth less than the owner of Crystal Palace. So I don't know. It's looking peak. That's all I'm saying. It's looking peak. But I hope you guys come up to Newcastle safe. That's the most important thing.
Okay, sorry, but so before I come to your boy Ford, man, let me just hit these Dubés, man. So shout out to your boy Suleiman. Suleiman, get that badge off of you if you're a Barca fan, remain a Barca fan. Wallahi, my club is finished. Roman was such a don. Suleiman, you're a Barca fan. Remain for Barca. I don't want you any parts near of Chelsea. Miguel Rabines. Thank you for the dog, Miguel Rabines. I think that next season will be similar to the season where we had the transfer ban. I don't see us doing major signings, but bringing youth like Colwell, Matson, Gallagher, Gilmore, and Broha. Yeah, no. I mean, this is why Chelsea are fortunate they're in this position. Because if Chelsea didn't have the quality of youth, Chelsea would be screwed. So Chelsea are fortunate that some of your best players you got for free. Like some of your best players, bro. Who scored last night? Chalaba. So Chalaba, Mounts, Reece James. These guys came through like the academy. So these guys are free. So you're lucky that you're not in a situation. And also Billy Gilmore was balling before we sent the guy out. So that's where Chelsea are fortunate. But imagine if Chelsea didn't have these youth guys. And imagine if, let's say, Chelsea were in this position that United were in, where like Rashford is one of your worst players. So yeah, like it's not as disastrous as people make it out to be. The downside is I would have loved to get Haaland. You see, that whole thing of Kunde, Delict, possibly of Haaland, that's not happening. That's not happening. So that's the only unfortunate thing because I was like, wow, because Christensen, see, now here's the issue. Now, this is the issue here. Christensen has already gone to Barca. Rudiger is going to be on his way. And I believe Aspilicueta must also be on his way. So those are three defenders that you've now lost. Thiago Silva is going to be a year older. Chalaba is super young. Now that's where things now get tricky. That's where things get because Chelsea needed defensive reinforcements, and now you can't get those. Now again, depending on the owner, but if an owner comes in and be like, nope, penny pinching, no spending, I've got to now balance the whole books. It's Tuchel that's going to have to be very, very creative with defensive reinforcements if he loses Aspilicueta, Christensen, and Rudiger. Ford, talk to me, man. He sold it. Talk to me. Forward. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I just want to play a little song for the fans right now. Let's play a little song for everybody.
Wait, easy. Wait. Hold on. YouTube, they're going to copyright me, man. They're going to copyright
I've
me.
checked. You can't get copyrighted on Liquidators. You can't. It's literally the Chelsea anthem.
Oh. What the hell is this? Oh,
we hit Tottenham.
What do you mean? What the hell is? No, your own anthem,
bro. No. I don't second that anthem. Look for turn that off and talk. Turn that off and talk.
Listen, man. They tried to bury the club. They said it was over. It was the biggest day in North London history in the last 20 years. They were celebrating like mad. This was the biggest trophy since, well, for United, this was the biggest trophy since the summer when they won the quadruple after they signed their Lord and Savior Cristiano Ronaldo. And lo and behold, Chelsea are back. We're not getting liquidated. We're not getting put into administration. The canteen ladies can return. Their membership club can return. The merchandise store can return. Fans can go to games again. All is going to be fine in a week's time, at least. So yeah, cool. I didn't really panic too much today when I saw the whole news of Barclays closing our bank accounts. I just knew that was them putting just as much restraint as possible on Roman to make sure that he was forced into giving the green light into the deal and that he would give over power of this sale to the UK government, which they have done. Which Roman has done. He wasn't given much option, like I said last night. He was either you tap out or you go to sleep. And he's chosen to tap out. And thankfully for us as Chelsea fans, that's happened. So we don't have to go through any more of this nonsense because that's what the UK government is doing, is very heavy-handed. Unlike Jurgen Klopp, I don't agree with what they're doing. Yes, maybe Roman deserves some sort of punishment, absolutely, for his involvement with Putin, even with things with Israel, etc. That's all good. That's all well and good. But you don't punish the club itself. You don't make this a personal attack on the club and trying to destroy the club, because even though everything's fine now, you've still cost the club millions of pounds over this last few days and weeks. So over these last few days, just these last 2 days alone. Even with under 23 games, the women's games that's been going on, Chelsea haven't been able to make any money from sales of food or just little things like that, travel cuts and whatnot. So it's been a difficult week for the club, but like I said, it will all boil over in time, and this is really the final hurdle that's been closed, and now it's just for the home straight, which is finding a new, well, for the government to find a new owner for the club, and
But wait, sorry, Ford. On that point though, I know this is special circumstances and so forth. Should the government be involved in choosing the owner for a football club?
They shouldn't be. And you know what should happen is they should give the power of this to the Chelsea charity commission. That's what
Yeah.
it really should go to choose.
Like no, because for me, like, it's like a, you know how they say politics, because I don't know whether you saw this. Have you seen this? Ford. This, one of the dudes who's supposed to be thing is something Candy, like some English dude, yeah, Nick Candy. Do you know he donated money to the Conservative Party? So if he takes over, that's messed up. So because why should the government? Okay, fine, 100%. What to do to Abramovich has to be done because of his links with Putin, with what's happening in Ukraine, 100%. But you can't now choose who you want to take over, because I'm sorry, I don't give a damn whether you're politicians. People don't, politicians can't be trusted, and this is a conflict of interest. So I just don't understand why people are understanding. Wait a minute, we can't allow the freaking government to choose who now owns Chelsea Football Club. The board or whoever is now in control, or who Abramovich is going to give control to, they should be the ones who now choose who should take over the club and so forth.
Is this one of the guys that the government are looking to choose?
Yeah,
Nick Handy, yes.
Yeah, Nick Handy.
Okay. I don't know why I've got echo. Is that gone? Yeah, I think that's gone. I mean, I said it yesterday. Like I told you, the government are gonna choose somebody that benefits them, whether it's somebody that they owe a favor to, and clearly this person that generously donated 100,000 to the party, they kind of owe him one. So as a solid, here you go, bro. You have one of the biggest clubs in world football. So it doesn't surprise me, man. And as you said, I think it should go down to the charity commission to do it. Again, that's the people that's Roman initially gave power to them to be essentially caretaker owners of the club. But it seems like the government don't want any part of that. They don't want anybody that's friendly with Roman to have any ability to manufacture this deal, because they want to be in full control, so that way they know that none of the funds generated from this deal can be siphoned off to Roman or any of his friends or related parties, business partners, anything. So it's crazy, man. But I guess for the day-to-day, obviously, I'm at least happy that this situation is going to be resolved, but it's going to get crazy. The craziness hasn't really stopped, because in terms of who the new owner is, let's say if it is this person, that's just more controversy that's gonna come around the corner, man. It's gonna be mad.
Yeah. Also, I was just asking. Well, I'm hearing echo again. I've got echo audio on. Yeah, no, I've got echo cancellation. Yeah, no, I was saying, especially if it's this, Nick Candy guy. He's obviously a British owner, and so, and maybe this is a question to you, H, and forward like that. I don't, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I think they are, in terms of top 6 clubs. There's not really a British owner per se. I don't know if Daniel Levy counts, but out in terms of the main big clubs, there aren't really any British owners, and so the emphasis on and the pressure potentially on now Chelsea's transfer policy to be actually focused on, well, basically a Brexit policy. a Brexit policy is essentially what I'm saying. So, like, conservatively, it's a Brexit policy transfer strategy. So players like Mason Mount are like, you know what? I've got a great future type of thing. And I'm not saying this in a trolling way. I'm just saying this in a sense of, what are your thoughts on this happening, where the actual culture at Chelsea Football Club actually begins to change, and you now have a focus on local and domestic, especially because it's going to be cheaper talent as opposed to international non-Brexit talent.
See, there's no real guarantee of that because, again, let's say Daniel Levy, again, its situations are so different. And because this is an unprecedented situation, we don't really know. We can, I wouldn't say assume, but we can make educated guesses as to how things could play out, but we don't ultimately know. Just because maybe, let's say England, let's say Chelsea hire a British owner, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to go the Brexit route and start buying players from Burnley and Brighton and all of this nonsense. That doesn't necessarily mean that. If we assign an American order, that doesn't mean that we're going to go and sign Serginho Dest. We're going to give Pulisic the captain's armband and all this nonsense like that.
No, guarantees. No, but see, forward though, but what Mark said is interesting because you have to look at the situation we're in. If the governments are now in control and so forth, and they can now pick and cherry pick who owns Chelsea, why wouldn't they see this as an opportunity to, this is an English team, let's keep it English, and let's get a guy who will ensure that you buy English and you maintain English and you promote English. Like, let's keep it real. These are the Tories, So it is not, for me, it is not beyond the realm that they're like, let's get a guy who can really do with all that foreign crap and so forth, man. Let's try and bring a greater English core into this, and let's get an owner who'll be like, you know what, try and promote English as much as possible into this team. Like, for that, I'm actually scared. I'm genuinely scared, bro, because I mean,
especially
if that happens, bro,
Brexit climate as well, because obviously we're in a sort of post-Brexit landscape type of thing. There's a much more nationalistic emphasis.
But see, what if that's why my fight is the government must not be allowed to pick. If they're allowed to pick, why the hell are they going to pick an American owner? Why? Like, why?
Yeah, you would hope there's some at least Chelsea.
Now, the only way that they may do it is money. Who will come in and bring in money into the UK economy? And if this billionaire is going to come in and via Chelsea bring in loads of money under the table into the UK economy, cool. Especially in this post-COVID thing, cool. Will you come in and will you, through the vendors and so forth, and through Chelsea, bring money back into the economy? That's great. But the flip side is, we want a UK guy. And let's try, we have an opportunity here to one of the most recognizable English sporting brands in the world to be English.
English owners, English manager, English team, man. It's just...
Well, we don't need to go that far. Again, there's no guarantees of that.
No, you know what? I'm just putting it out there. There's no guarantee. I'm just putting it out there.
It's a possibility, but we don't have to go that far. But what Magpie said, that is right. It is going to be a culture change. When a new owner comes in, there's always a culture change. We saw it at Liverpool with FSG, for good and for worse. We saw it with the Glazers with Man United and the amount of debt that they've accrued in that time. And obviously, their transfer policy changed dramatically in that time as well. So,
we do what it's so crazy. Has there ever been, throughout, since 2003, ever a hashtag that said hashtag Abramovich out? We see hashtag Kroenke out, hashtag FSG out, hashtag Glazers out. So are we not going to be saying hashtag Candy out? No, bro. No, sorry, like, if he takes over, I will be the first person to tweet out hashtag Candy out, even before he does anything. As soon as he announced, I will say hashtag Candy out.
You literally need to have weekly complicated Chelsea shows discussing organization.
Oh, man.
You know, that is something definitely to consider, because you know what? Because of how successful we are under Roman, and obviously the amount of money he was able to put into the club, and clearly the focus was success. As soon as we change management or we change owners and there isn't success, it's going to be instantly this guy out. So that's where it will create that toxic environment in the club, in the fan base, and obviously that's where things can get very sticky. So no, obviously, again, I'm happy that the situation is like looking like it's going to be resolved, at least in the short term. But obviously, long term, while I don't think we're going to suddenly plummet into being an Everton or a Burnley or a Bury, God forbid, but obviously there's certain concerns that we need to have for how dominant we're going to be in the future. And again, HG, you mentioned the word stability, and while there could be more stability for the manager, is there going to be a stability of success? Because we want there to be like a Liverpool, Man City type of stability where 4 or 5 years, 6 years, we're challenging for league titles, which Chelsea haven't really had. We've had that challenging for trophies, mainly cups, but not really league titles. It's been 2-3 years of peace, and then it's gone.
If this guy remains, that's going to happen. Remember, with Abramovich, this guy wouldn't have remained. I told you. This guy was going to get sacked in 2 years under Abramovich. But
maybe.
With a new owner, no, he was. Like, guys, let's keep it real. The moment he had a bad spell, he'd have been sacked. Now, with whoever owner comes in, he may be like, oh, as long as you get top 4 and so forth, oh yeah, I'm willing to support you, because I'm not so obsessed with winning trophies. I'm willing to give you time. But Abramovich was obsessed with winning trophies. And once a manager just looks like if he was dilly-dallying, he just sack you. So,
I mean, I do feel like Roman was trying to change, but again, like his hand was forced by obviously Sarri wanted to leave because he was homesick, transfer ban and whatnot. Then he was trying to change again with Lampard, but again, his hands were changed. His hands were forced because of Lampard's terrible run at the end. So again, we can argue that till the cows come home in terms of, was Roman going to give these managers time, or would he give Tuchel more time? So obviously that was again something that we'll just have to wait and see with the new owner. But obviously with Tuchel again, there's a reason why I put him as my Abby, because for me, I've been saying it for a long time, and it isn't just me being caught up in the moment, but he is my favorite ever Chelsea manager.
Whoa, Ford. Over Mourinho?
Prime Mourinho was something. He was a personality, but for me,
Ford, don't do this.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Mourinho 04 to 06, like, even despite how it ended, obviously, with losing to Rosenborg in the Champions League and the fallout, I still love that Mourinho. Come on, HH. Come on, HH.
No, Ford. Mourinho, bro. I thought this is like standard that Mourinho can't be beaten.
Oh, he can be beaten. He can be beaten. I mean, first and foremost, you know what it is, right?
Bro. Mourinho, he started this. He built the foundation.
HH. You sometimes got to learn to let go of sentiment, bro. Like, again, like I said, 04 to 06, Mourinho, that guy was the one. And if he left it as that, maybe it would be impossible for somebody to overtake him. But we have to remember his comeback. His comeback through 2013 to 2015, or however long it was, only 2-3 years. You got to remember the damage that he done. Yes, he won a league title, and that was great. But let's not forget the ballers that he let go and the turmoil that he put us in, leaving us in 17th place in the league.
No, but Ford, how has Tuchel already surpassed Mourinho? Of course, no manager is perfect and so forth. But Ford, remember, Tuchel ban was a thing. Tuchel ban has been a thing. So how has Tuchel already surpassed what Mourinho when, bro, remember what he did in his first freaking season?
Oh no, but see, I've not said that he
didn't even know how to win a major trophy and so forth, and what he did in that season with goals conceded, and how he got robbed off of those UCLs. Come on,
yeah. Let me just make sure my point is clear. I'm not saying that Tuchel's he's done more for Chelsea than Mourinho. Again, he's only been a year.
He's your favorite.
Yeah, he's my favorite. Yeah, and again, it's past personal preference. It's subjective, but he's favorite for a reason, because again, Mourinho was my favorite. But again, he done a lot of things to slander his own image in the eyes of Chelsea fans. Again, that time when he was Chelsea manager, and he didn't let through the youth. He let go of a lot of ballers who turned out to be great players, like Kevin De Bruyne, Mo Salah. We can go on and on and on. And then you top it off by how you left in a very toxic manner. Then you go and manage two of our biggest rivals in Man United and Tottenham. And then you're talking about how, and then there was all these interviews coming out with, a proper Chelsea man, which I am, wouldn't go and manage Tottenham. It's impossible. And then you go and do it. So all of these things doesn't mean that I don't love him anymore. but it just means like there was room for somebody else to take that place as number one. And for me, Tuchel was on the road to doing that. For me, if you have to ask me right now, he probably is my favorite, and I think he will go on to be my favorite for a lot of the things that he's been doing recently. And if you look at his, again, the point I wanted to originally make before giving that hot take, which what can I do? I'm forward in it. I give the hot takes. It just happens, isn't it? But for me, Tuchel, the way he's handled this situation in terms of just even the way that he's spoken about it, he's always mentioned the fact that he doesn't feel like, oh, woe is me, the club is being attacked. Like he's always just focused on the job. And he said always that he still feels privileged to be able to do the job that he loves. He wants to keep the boys focused on just the game on a game-to-game basis, not focusing on what's being taken away from the club and this, that, the other, because they still have the privilege, as he says, to play football every 3 or 4 days, to manage at the highest level, which he's able to do, while people are dying because of this war, let alone, again, people losing their jobs and whatnot in this country is bad, but people are literally dying, losing their family, having to run away to new countries, new cultures, start again because of a war that they didn't want to start and they didn't want to be involved in, but it's happened as it is. So for me, the way Tuchel's dealt with the situation, with the way that he's managed the club, yes, Taliban is a thing. There's certain tactics I don't like, the 5 at the back preference and some pragmatic football isn't great, but he's brought a measure of control to the way Chelsea play. He's brought a measure of calm to the way Chelsea are as a club in terms of at least on the field and his management. Yes, all the circus around it, Lukaku nonsense is a whole madness. But
recency bias, I think recency is getting to you because I think like for someone to be, but remember, I think to say someone is your favorite, you have to wait until their tenure finishes because you can't call someone your favorite when he's not finished. Because what if this guy comes out and says that Cho is a black piece of crap? Like, I don't know, but you cannot. But what if, like, something comes over the table where he says, like, man, all these black players are a bunch of losers. Like,
I think his opinions can change when new information comes out. So if
but hence why I said, like, it is. We don't know what will happen against Lille, what will happen for the rest of the season. We don't know what will happen next year in the years afterwards. No one knows. So I think it's too quick. What you can say is you're really happy with what he's doing right now. But favorite is such a definitive term to have before a guy has actually finished his tenure. Because when someone does his tenure, they go like, this was your whole thing. I've seen the whole package. This is your ups. These are all your ups. This is all because Mourinho, Ancelotti, it's done. So we can fully assess this are your ups, this are your downs. Boom.
By the way, I have Ancelotti above Mourinho. Just saying. But no, you're absolutely right. Again, maybe I shouldn't have jumped the gun with that, but that's just how I feel in this moment. He's given me a lot of confidence to feel happy with how we had.
So you have Mourinho third? You have Mourinho third?
Yeah, I mean he's just about third, but yeah, I got him third. But maybe that's a stream for another day, HH, where we can talk about best Chelsea managers.
No, I'm not. That's not a stream. I'm not having that conversation.
Sorry, quick thing forward, because I don't really understand this comment. Some people in the chat are talking about you saying that Callum Hudson-Odoi's Project Neymar. What's that all about?
Magpies don't.
Wow. That's really
I don't know.
I moved past them. No, Magpies. I was trying to ignore that.
I don't know what that was. I just seeing it multiple times in the chat when Ford was speaking, so I don't know what that was about. Like what Forward?
Oh no, Project Neymar's a real thing, but again, today isn't the time for that. Today is a day of celebration that Chelsea Football Club is on the road to be amended.
Forward, that you can just say you made a mistake with saying that and so forth.
Oh no, I can say my bad if I make a mistake, but that's not a mistake. That's a prophecy that will come true. But we'll come onto that on a different day. Like I was saying with Tuchel, which needs to be said, I'm confident with how he's been as manager. Obviously, things are looking very good right now, and that's what gives me confidence for the future with Chelsea Football Club. As much turmoil as they may be, even though maybe finances will be restricted in the not too distant future, I still feel confident with knowing that we have one of the best managers in the world. So as long as he's here, I'm happy.
All right, so let's get some just before we move to our next thing. The comment says, how bad is the UK government owning Chelsea? I've seen that the UK spend 71.6 billion to defense. I think Tony Rudiger might get that 200k. I'm not too sure, bro. Like for me, I'm already resigned to the fact that Rudiger is going to leave. He
was gone before all of this nonsense, but now he's definitely gone. Like,
he's gone.
There's no way he's staying.
Like you should already be thinking of like, okay, this is now life after Rudiger, Christensen, and so like Christensen, that's already confirmed that he's already off to Barcelona. And basically, the only hope is that Rudiger doesn't touch Man United or Tottenham. Like no, so just as long as he doesn't touch another Premier League club, boom, that's what you can hope for. Cobham, how does Edna the caretaker losing here job help? What? Who is this? Edna the caretaker. Who is Edna? Why, Ford? Do you know who that is?
I think that may be him just saying a joke.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what to say. I don't know what that. Zotin says, HH, my club. Wait, hold up. Zoteng, I believe you're a United fan. So don't tell me you've done an artist and you've jumped ship to Newcastle. Zoteng TV, I'm pretty sure you're a United fan.
No, RDS is still a United supporter.
Oh, are you now? Okay.
No, RDS United supporter.
Zoteng TV, don't do an RDS and create a multiple personality. You remain, bro. We're going to talk about United against Spurs. That's why you have Yassi here. Yassi is going to give you faith as to why United will say what's up to Spurs and CR7 will score a hat trick, man. Cobham again says, UK government's taking the cash for Boris's number 10 extension. I said again, it looks dodgy. Like when Magpies showed up that whole candy link, I was like, that can happen. That can happen. That is a clear conflict of interest, man. You know, that cannot be allowed to happen, bro. So I have to quickly switch cameras there. A comment says Roman helped Yeltsin to get him re-election and in turn gets gas plants worth billions for cheap. Is bad, but Nikandi helps Tories and gets Chelsea. Shake my damn head. It is what it is, bro. Like for me, it's life. It's life. Now let's keep it real. What is worse? Abramovich helping Putin in a war effort to bomb Ukraine, or a politician giving money to Tories? Bro, what's it called? Of course, there's the name of this really famous newscaster in the US who, like, he says, oh yeah, I always give millions to the Democrats, and he says, yeah, I give millions to. So it's a normal thing for billionaires to give loads of money to their political parties. It's a very regular thing to do. So there's just that I just don't want him involved at Chelsea. But bro, there's nothing wrong in him doing that. No. So Lawrence, we should build a Bram statue. That is not going to happen.
That's not getting passed.
Yeah, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
I think even a friend was saying that we should name a stand after him, but I don't see that's getting passed in this country. No way.
No. But see, this is why I told you that, guys. It just shows you how sick guys are. Do you know there are some people right now that feel that Chelsea have gotten done badly and so on? So like, wait, what's? Because the people who care more about what has happened to Abramovich and Chelsea than people getting bombed in Ukraine.
Well, people in the stadiums are singing Abramovich's name, so it's like
no, bro. But yeah, even if you showed proof, like had evidence that this guy's money is clearly linked to an army that is bombing an independent sovereign nation, they'd be like, yeah, but what? I'm not Ukrainian. Yeah, what? Yeah, what? It just shows you guys. So football fans are they're slightly mad. Yes, Saeed, hey, he's here. People really hate Mourinho. I couldn't believe what Backward just said. Send the link, agent I have. Jose on Drogba, Roman, Pay didn't speak. I want to Drogba. Yes, sir. Do you want to quickly address what Ford said with regards to him putting Tuchel and Ancelotti above Mourinho?
No, it's I don't get it. It's a revisionism with Mourinho. I feel like one thing that we don't really talk about enough is the propaganda that's really against Mourinho, especially in the media, and a lot of people has fell victim to it. And unfortunately, you're forward. I respect you so much. I respect your opinions. I love your opinions, but bro, it just you hear this all the time. It's a revisionism, Mourinho. Sometimes people make it seem like he was not one of the greatest managers of all time. People forget how great of a manager he is, and it's sad, it's really sad. I'm not a Chelsea fan, so
but I like you said, because as a non-Chelsea fan to have that highlight, I think is very key now. So I think Ford should be ashamed of himself.
Wait, hold on. You say I should be ashamed, but you won't give me a chance to respond.
100%. Ford, of course you should be ashamed of yourself. What makes sense? Third. No, hold on. We'll have the discussion maybe off it, but third. That is
No,
insane.
forward. Before you're talking about prime Mourinho. Come on, man. Come on. Prime Mourinho. This literally. I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Only time as a Man United fan that I felt scared of a manager when he was in the dugout was Mourinho. That's it. That's it. Even when we had Sir Alex Ferguson, the only manager I ever feared was Mourinho. That's it. No other manager.
No. As I thought, you're talking about a guy who changed how we viewed the manager, who he made managers rock stars. You're talking about a maverick who was manager of Chelsea. The guy was a maverick. I mean,
look. Listen, yeah, and obviously, I appreciate what you said just here. Again, this isn't me saying what Mourinho achieved was the third least of Chelsea Football Club in terms of managers, at least in my lifetime, right? Obviously, he won more league titles than anybody else, 3 with us, right? Obviously, no European trophy, but that's cool. He done great things, even in the FA Cup, League Cup, done really good things. Again, this is personal preference. This is just down to my personal preference. When I look at what Mourinho done in his second tenure, yes, there was a league title win there. Yes, there was even the legendary Gerrard slip moment, punching the badge to the fans, the away fans, even when he had a terrible call. Like, he gave us so many iconic moments, even in his first and so many great one-liners. Like, I would always watch his press conferences, even though I didn't care about what he was saying. It was just the way he would deliver the one-liners that were just incredible. And it was incredible theatre. But with all that being said, as much as you can achieve great things in life and you can live to be the hero, as the saying goes, you can live long enough to be the villain. And he done a lot to take away from his own legacy in my eyes. Again, in other people's eyes, that's fine. You can disagree. You can keep Mourinho on this pedestal of greatness, which fair enough you can. Again, still one of the greatest managers in the history of the game, let alone just Chelsea. It's one of the best managers of all time. But a lot of things that he done in that second tenure, and even post Chelsea, has taken away from what he was in my eyes, and which is why, for me, Tuchel, if he stays on his current trajectory, is going to be ahead of him, and Carlo Ancelotti will always be ahead of him in my eyes. So that's just how I see it.
Okay,
and we can go into more detail.
No.
I know. I see what it is. I got it. I finally understand.
You know,
Also,
yes,
one of-
you
one
know
of
you
the-
don't.
it's-
Yes,
it's
you know you
the
don't. Yes, you
academy.
know you don't.
It's the
Yes, you know
academy.
you don't.
It's the
You don't
Mason
understand
Mount.
it.
It's the reason James. I understand. I understand.
It's one of the
Winning that
things-
Champions League with Mason Mount and Reece
He has
James,
to mute your mic. He has to
the
mute your mic.
academy.
He has
I
to mute your
understand.
mic. I'm gonna.
It
Yeah,
feels
he has to
different.
mute your mic. Yes, you mute your mic.
One thing I would just add quickly is that yes, the academy is a big part because Mourinho said he was going to bring through a lot of these academy players, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Lewis Baker, and there was another one that was in there that he didn't bring through.
Forward, if you dare put Lampard ahead of Mourinho, I'm gonna break this.
Hey, look, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is bring up the fact that along with a lot of the great players that he sold in our time, De Bruyne, Salah, one thing that I will never forgive him for is the treatment of Juan Mata. And the fact that after one of the most incredible seasons that he had before Mourinho came in with 20-something goals, 19 assists, he was incredible for us. And yet you shipped him out to Man United because he didn't run enough for you. You put him out to right wing so that you could facilitate Oscar as a number 10. Are you crazy?
Okay, look,
stuff like that can't run with me.
All right, look. We'll have this conversation after. Suleiman says, Lugo can legitimately. No, you can't. Suleiman, relax. So now you're a Lugo fan, Suleiman. Look at this guy. Joshua, UK have money to spend on defending the country, but they're not willing to feed starving kids. Hashtag feed Shell. Well, bro, this is why Rashford is that. I say, again, this is not a political show and so forth, so we're not going to get into politics. But shout out to your boy Rashford. Trash player, but a great person, man. Saying what's up to those bricks in power. So, guys, now less shocking news. This is less shocking news right now. Neymar. So, guys, there is apparently right now a where we were. So there's apparently right now a belief. I can call it a rumor or whatsoever that says that PSG are fed up with Neymar and they want to pretty much cancel this whole deal. You see, I was hoping to get PSG Anti onto the show, but obviously he said he was a bit busy and stuff because this, what a mess. What a mess. Because people talk about Hazard is the biggest flop and so forth. Do you know that we're looking at the most expensive player of all time? This guy right here. This is the most expensive player of all time, 222 million. And when you look at what he did at PSG, what did he really do? What did he really do? Like your best achievements for PSG was guiding them to the CL final in 2020. That was it. Nothing you do in Obritz matters. No one cares. Obritz is irrelevant if you play for PSG. So the only thing of note that you've done in 3, 4, 5 years of being at PSG is guiding into that thing. Apart from that is sisters party, getting injured, whining, getting Emery sacked. But because my thing is for PSG is that you have to just completely change everything. But here's the scenario, because I thought that Neymar has already mentally checked out. Neymar's focus 100% is on the World Cup with Brazil. But my thing though is, okay, you want to get rid of Neymar. Who's going to want to get Neymar? Now, let me even come to Yassir and before I come to Mapa and Ford. So Yassir, because I know that your club is rich and fully wealthy and love a brand. If Neymar was presented to you, obviously at a much more cut-rate price, would you take Neymar at Man United?
No,
Oh,
no, I
yes.
won't. No, I mean, I believe in consequences. I believe every action any person does, there is a consequence, whether it's good and bad. And this is a consequence to what Neymar's decision he's made. Neymar, the fact that he's looking more forward to the World Cup, and why? Why would you invest all this money on Neymar, that player that's not interested? Why? It's so. I believe, right. Anyone, the way a lot of, in terms of business sense, it doesn't make any sense. HH, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It just, you know, it's funny because you didn't mention one thing. HH, there's a bigger thing that he did at his time in his PSG, other than going to the final, and that is he dropped the Netflix documentary. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. That Netflix documentary, whatever it was meant to do, he literally lit it on fire. It's a pointless documentary now. That documentary means nothing to me anymore. When I watched that documentary, I don't know about anyone else, but the reason why I really wanted to watch that documentary, because I simply wanted to understand. I simply just want to understand why did you go to PSG and what is actually going on in your head and what's going on at your time at PSG. And for me, it's like, bro, at the end of the day, they paid 220 million, something crazy like that for you, and you just simply have not repaid it. Your sole job is not for you. The name of the brand, like his father said, that is not your purpose. Your purpose is a footballer. Do your job. Simple as. At the end of the day, I believe that's one thing I don't like about a lot of footballers nowadays. It's about everything but the football. At the end of the day, the football should be your bread and butter. That's it. Your focus should be the football. Everything else should be secondary. But unfortunately for Neymar, the branding is more important to him than the football. And at this point, and your brand is only as valuable to PSG as the results. And the more times you fail to turn up in the Champions League, it got to the point right now where like the owner is saying, you know what, to hell does this guy? We don't need him no more. He is useless to us. He doesn't serve the purpose that we bought him for. So at this point, he is a waste of money. But the problem that PSG is having is, I believe they signed a new contract last year. Like I think they signed because I was listening to Julian Laurence. He's the guy that's very close to PSG. PSG is his team. He gets invited to the parties and everything. So this guy is close. He said 4 more years is the reality of PSG and Neymar. 4 more years.
But my thing is that look, it's like 4 more years of what? The guy looks bored. The guy looks bored. Like the guy, you can generally see that from his body language that the guy he's like, look, I'm just going through the motions. My desire, my heart, and my passion are in there. So 4 more years. I mean, and if your most expensive player, probably one of your best paid players, is not mentally in there, how do you take this club seriously?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. HH. It's like no disrespect to PSG INT and my friend Ahmed, shout out to them. But at one point, are we just not now supposed to get to the point where we just don't take this cup seriously? Like seriously, guys. Like enough is enough. Like at the end of the day, winning the Uber Eats by pretty much cannibalizing the whole league and pretty much cherry picking every single great player from every team in the Uber Eats plus whatever, and pretty much dominating the Uber Eats is like okay, and at the end of the day, literally they have no excuse. They simply don't, and the fact that they just don't show up for the Champions League and they never do, it's like at this point they're just a participant at the Champions League. That's all they are.
Let me bring Magpies, man. Magpies, talk to me, man. Neymar and PSG, man.
I mean, what about Neymar?
I put out a poll. So, guys, you can vote in the poll right now. Has he been a failure? Has this ultimately been like this is a failure, or it's a bit more nuanced?
Why did you add the overweight poll part of that? That's rude, man.
Magpies has the mic.
That's not fact-shaming, guys. Come on.
I mean, the only thing I would say is that, like, is there a possibility that Neymar could come to Newcastle? Because if that's
yes.
Wait, hold up. You take him out to Newcastle.
Yeah, of course. As part of
all the drama and weight that he brings, you would take him with all the drama and everything.
Part of the rebuild, it's what I'm saying. With Newcastle, it's about phases. Okay, there's phase 1, there's phase 2, there's phase 3. So right now we are in the process of phase 1, and you need, and on top of that, like, every up and coming team needs that go-to guy. That guy who can basically say what's up. And seeing Neymar on the black and white, playing in the and also playing in the Premier League as well, be a good brand for the Premier League, because you have Neymar. If Ronaldo leaves United, you have now a superstar in the Premier League that can come in and bring a new attention to the Premier League and stuff. So if there's a possibility that it can come to the Premier League, cool. I'd rather he come to Newcastle and go to the MLS and waste the remaining years of his career. So
that'd be good though.
I still think that he can do stuff for Brazil, because let's be frank, Neymar is still eons better than Richarlison. You know what I mean? Like it's and even Coutinho. I think Coutinho is doing good form at Villa right now, but I don't think you can. We're saying when Neymar can't play in the Brazil national team. But as far as PSG goes, yeah, I mean, it's been a failure. The project has been a failure at the end of the day, So you spent 400 million to get Mbappe and Neymar to ultimately win the Champions League. You got up to a final, fair enough. But aside from that one final, most of the you've had more round of 16 knockouts. You've been knocked out more in the round of 16. You've actually been in finals. And what is that? You know what I mean?
Including this year as well.
So if I'm at the end of the day, SB, relax. Neymar's not going to Russia, man. Relax, man. That's not happening. So
to do what in Russia?
To do what exactly, man?
Bro, I don't think those guys are receiving any players there. But relax.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. So,
what's what?
Good.
Yeah.
I was just saying, but at the end of the day, like, if we're focused on PSG right now, PSG needs to decide whether or not they're going to go in the direction of a rebuild from the ground up, investing in youth and what have you, or whether they're going to try and prolong this whole big name drama, and whether they're just going to say, what, whatever makes Neymar and Messi happy, we'll just go along with it. And I just don't think that's going to end well.
Talk to me, man. Neymar.
You know what? Just to start with, like, to piggyback off a point that Magpies made, I feel like Neymar on the Prem would actually bang. Like not from a sense of he's going to be the best player in the league, but I feel like the Premier League does need superstars.
Yeah,
and the one major superstar in Cristiano Ronaldo, it looks like he's probably gonna go leave the summer. You got your two quasi superstars, kind of in Mo Salah and Paul Pogba, And obviously, Paul Pogba contract's running out. He's most likely going to leave. There's been reports of Salah's negotiations with Liverpool breaking down today, so perhaps he could even leave.
Yep.
Yeah.
Salah
So-
contract talks broke down.
Yeah.
The talks are broken down. So
So that's why they were saying hashtag FSG out.
yeah.
And then forward, I saw your comment though. Intelligent comment.
Yeah,
You don't
see-
give enough props, bro.
See, another hot take that do you want to drop the hot take now? You know what? I've given enough hot takes on this, so we'll just leave it for the Twitter. Again, if you want to see the hot take, you can see my at there, guys. Just follow me. You can see what it is in it. But again, back to Neymar. Look, again, if he went to Newcastle, that would be great. But obviously, in terms of his career at PSG, it's a shame, man. It's a shame. Again, I voted on the poll. I don't think he's been a complete failure, but it's just not lived up to what it should have been. And he obviously left to go and be the best player in the world. He didn't want to be under Messi's wing anymore. And go into PSG, the aim is to win the Champions League and to bring home the one thing that PSG haven't got in their history. And ultimately, he failed. And again, like Magpie said, he missed out on a lot of big games. So most of the times when they were battling for their life against the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United, he was out with what's his sister's name? Antonella? Is it? Oh, sorry, Rafaela.
Come on, get it right, man. Get it right, Rafaela.
Rafaela. He was doing a thing with Rafaela. So obviously, you know the name H. Obviously, but you know what? Speaking of that, quickly, I'm surprised. In fact, I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed we didn't see her in the documentary. I'm disappointed.
We saw her like once. Yeah.
No. That was disappointing. I was pissed off. I was pissed off.
We should have got more. We should have got more at that. But with Neymar, it's just disappointing because for me, he was probably a top 2 talent of this generation in terms of just everything that he was given ability-wise. So to see him not really be fulfilled is quite disappointing. Obviously, his career with Brazil, it was so disappointing, the injury that he got in 2012, or was it 2010? The Brazil World Cup. Obviously, Zuniga kneed him in the back, almost paralyzed him, which was crazy. And then obviously the World Cup after that, they got knocked out by a virtuoso effort from one of the best players of all time. We know who, a certain Belgian, but we won't go into that again. And obviously now he has one more World Cup to do something with Brazil, so we'll see how it goes. But obviously for PSG, it's a failure, man. I mean, you give this guy a contract when you know that this guy's head's not really in the game anymore. Like, he wanted to retire even after the last World Cup. He was contemplating that. So to give him this blockbuster deal was madness, and now they're paying the repercussions of it. So
forward, you know one thing also, I don't think the whole Mbappe signing to PSG helped Neymar. I really don't think it did. I feel like people, because I remember when Neymar got signed, Neymar was, oh my God, Neymar's moving out of Messi's shadows, all that stuff. And Mbappe was like up and coming. He was 17, 18. So it's like, oh yeah, Mbappe's, he's coming as a young player. But then there was no question that it was going to be Neymar's team.
No. Yes, you cancel that. Neymar's best season, specifically for the Easter, because we don't cancel Uber Eats, was 2020 with him and Mbappe, and they were this close from winning that Champions League.
But it's like, the thing is, like, the narrative and the image was always going towards Mbappe being PSG's team, because like the one thing that Neymar can never.
No. Yes, let's be real. Even if Mbappe scored that winning goal, they would have still said Neymar came and helped PSG.
No, helped, but then it's like
that would still have been the narrative.
But sorry, just to aid Yes's point quickly, that was Neymar's best season in the Champions League because he stayed fit. Like other seasons, he was having great performances, but he just didn't stay fit to get to the final. So yeah, I'll let you carry on, Yes.
No, or like I'm not disputing anything you're saying. But Neymar didn't come to PSG to help him win. Neymar came to PSG to be the figure for PSG and help him win. I feel like that was the whole reason why he came, And for me, I feel like signing Mbappe. No way, no. That's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
No.
Oh yeah, it's done.
No, but then Fabrizio.
No.
I was watching. Fabrizio was on the United States. He did say that Man City are doing everything in their power to get Haaland. They're doing everything they can.
I think that. Yeah. And what's his name? This the Norwegian guy who's also quite Jan Ogard, who's of course quite reliable. Has said like the situation hasn't changed So City are obviously one of the clear favourites.
Oh, okay,
But
but
like,
it's not like a done deal.
So I would hold off for now.
But at the same
Yeah,
time,
guys,
look, the thing is, City are getting somebody, so the Prem's gonna be
Yeah.
wrapped up for a few years.
I mean, they
anyways.
have the money for it. Like they have they have the money to get Haaland. They do, and it's a matter of Haaland's personal preference at this point.
And if it's not Haaland, it'll be Mbappe, or if not Mbappe, it'll be Kane. And either way, they're gonna win. They're gonna win the domestic treble next season. It's alright.
Yeah.
Wait, let me hit this and then we'll move to the next one. From Colon99 says, if Neymar is unmotivated and bored now, imagine if he wins the World Cup in November. He'll have nothing left to play for. No club will want him. Now I don't think it'll happen, but let's just play a game. If he wins the World Cup in November, he should retire.
Yes.
He should either retire or go and have fun in the MLS.
Well, I would just go to the Brazilian
There's no point in
league.
him doing any
Because the thing is, you see a lot of these Brazilians, they don't retire at their peak. They retire late because they just go and have fun in the Brazilian league. So that's probably what Neymar will do. So
Go back to Santos.
Because see, when you looked at that Neymar documentary, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what it's about. Like, basically, there are so many parallels between Neymar and Dino and Ronaldo and so forth. He wants to be happy and have fun. If he's not happy or having fun, he's not going to play. Like Messi and Cristiano, these guys are just professionals. They don't need to be having fun. They're here to be professional. Neymar needs to actually be happy and having fun in order for him to play well. He's not happy at PSG. He's not really having fun. Hence why he just goes in and out. So, because my thing is this: even if he doesn't win the World Cup, I think because I don't see us seeing Neymar in 4 years' time in America, Mexico, and Canada. I don't see that happening. So this is it. If he doesn't win the World Cup now, it's over. And if he does win the World Cup, like, what motivation does he have? And he'll be like, hey, I've won the Champions League, I won the World Cup. Like, what else do I need to play? So then we'll now see Neymar just dip and go down. Laura Raut says, so Chelsea's players have to know, man, all these memes, man. All these memes. They are funny. There was one meme that said, like, basically, like, Chelsea's hotel is basically be like one abandoned building or something like that and everything. But look, no. It was already bought and paid for. Like, the travel thing had already been done prior and everything. And also, now that Chelsea hopefully will be getting Jeff Bezos or so forth, they're good. Now, yes, is the mic working?
Yes, sir.
Yes, is the mic working?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now, yes, yeah. I'm going to show you two images. And yes, can you please stop breathing into your mic, please? Can you please stop?
Okay, I'll do that. My bad.
So, United against Tottenham. It's a big game, but to help with this, because there's no point in me showing this image, because this image doesn't help. I'll show you an image that helps even better, because this is much more important image, and it's this. So United play Tottenham in the 5:30 GMT game, which of course is going to be morning time for you guys on America. But here's where we're at right now. So United, 28 games played, 47 points. Tottenham, 26 games played, 45 points. So Yasir, let me just tell you what the situation is. If you lose, you don't make top four. Cristiano has to lead you to Champions League. If you draw, it ain't great. It ain't great, because remember, Arsenal play Leicester City on Sunday. You have to win this game. And that's just to give you a little bit of leverage. But make no mistake, Yasir. You see, for me, I still believe that United will make top four. Call me crazy. I may be the only one. But I'm willing to say that if you lose to Tottenham, it's over. Then it's insurmountable. Because then I just think that because even if Tottenham and Arsenal drop points, I just think that for United, it will just be a continuous downward spiral unless something miraculous happens. And we never know with Arsenal and Tottenham. So going into this game, Yasir, talk to me. Do you think you boys can say what's up at Old Trafford against Tottenham and Larry Lane?
Yeah, HH, you're 100% right. I don't think we have any hopes in the top four, but like all the United fans, we've been saying that, especially after the embarrassment with City. We've been saying there's no hope, it's done. But let's be honest, guys, there's a slight slither of hope. and it's pretty much down to this game. If we don't win this game, we have 10 games remaining. Arsenal have 13. Arsenal, for whatever reason, they decided they wanted to be in Champions League. I don't know what for whatever reason they decided to. You know what? We're gonna actually be decent, and I can't remember the last time they lost. So they just keep on winning and winning and winning, and they play Leicester, and the season that Leicester's having. I won't be surprised if Arsenal beat them 2-0 comfortably. But then now we have Tottenham, and Tottenham is also a complicated team because like you don't know what you're gonna get with Tottenham, similar to United, but then also I just feel like with this game, I see a draw written all over it. I really see both teams getting chances, both teams scoring, and both teams bottling the chance to beat the other team. So I I'm pretty much over the season to be honest. I really am, man. At this point, I'm it's like what is that? What does that mean? And when is it gonna end? Like when is it gonna end, Robbie? When is it gonna end? I'm at this point. It's like one embarrassment after another embarrassment, and if we lose tomorrow, great. If we win tomorrow, great. If we draw tomorrow, great. I I feel like even if we beat Tottenham, we still won't make the top four. I just don't see it, HH. So, but in terms of tomorrow's game, yeah, it's. But here's the thing, I can see that's. I told my brother a while ago. I was like, with United, the all three the scenarios, a draw, win, and a loss, is all a possibility. It's like you flip a coin. It's like heads is like a draw, tails is like a loss, it's something like that. It's like
But
so
if you had to
random.
choose,
HH.
what would you go for?
I won't bet my money on it, but I think we'll win this game because it's Tottenham. I'm hopefully they're gonna bottle it. Hopefully their defense that they're gonna play deficit Sanchez. Hopefully, Royale, and hopefully they just bottle it and we end up winning. So uh, it's weird because a lot of people tend to look for patterns in the season.
Mm.
Especially when United faced this is our second quote unquote tough run that we faced this season. The first one was when we played Leicester. Then we ended up playing. It was something like Man City, and then in between we had Liverpool, Man City. Then we had like Watford and Chelsea, etc. And like in between, I think Man City and Liverpool, we had Tottenham. So we ended up getting destroyed. If I don't quite remember. I think I ended up getting destroyed by Liverpool. Then we ended up beating Tottenham 3-0. I don't know how we did it. It was like Cavani game, and Ronaldo scored, Cavani scored. We ended up beating them 3-0. Then we went to City, we got absolutely destroyed. So it's like I don't know. Maybe that's gonna happen again. I don't know. It was when Oli played five in the back, and they called him Oli's trying to be Conte.
So you're going for a United win. You're going for a
Yeah,
United win.
I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win. I'll say 3-1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Forward, talk to me. This game.
I mean, shouldn't we let the other United fan go, or is he a Newcastle fan now?
Look,
Which,
Ford,
which,
as much as I try.
sorry, Ford, which Newcastle United or Manchester United? I am a United fan, obviously, but you weren't really specific.
Oh, sorry, Man
Ford,
United.
no, Ford, I've tried. He's basically he's really playing this role very well. Man. He believes this.
I mean,
So
there's no role.
there's
There's no role. There's no role. I just want a clarification as to which United Ford was referring to. So, but
Ford, United.
no, you go forward.
The United in Manchester. But thank you for letting me go first. Obviously, big game coming up. Man United versus Chicken Ball FC. Huge game for the battle of the Europa Conference League. Amazing theatre. I can't wait to get my popcorn and sit down and watch this 5:30 kickoff. It's going to be splendid. Honestly, like Yasir said, like this is a game you can't bet on because anything can happen. These are two of the most erratic teams in the Premier League, and obviously the battle for top four is very difficult right now for both teams, given the points they are behind Arsenal, who have games in hand, and the fact that Arsenal's schedule is clear because they don't have any Europe to think about. Like even their game this weekend against Leicester, which is at home, That's against a Leicester team who aren't in the best of form, but also just come off a game in Europe where they played literally yesterday. Now they've got to come back, get ready, and prepare for a game at the Emirates on Sunday. So that's why there's very little room for either team to really make any more mistakes. And I think what really did United in for the top four in terms of when I really said that, you know what, they're not in pole position anymore for top four is those back-to-back draws against Southampton and Burnley. Again, those are two games where they were ahead. They were 1-0 up. They were playing pretty well first half in both games, but they just let it slip. And again, this is not a battle. That top four battle is something you can't fall this far behind in, which they're looking at right now. And again, those performances in games like that against teams which United should be beaten. Now you're going into this tough one against Man City. The Liverpool game would have been next week, but obviously it's postponed. But you still got to play Liverpool. You still got to play Arsenal away at the Emirates. You still got to play Chelsea. So for United, they can't afford any more slip-ups. And that's why it'll be interesting to see how Rangnick set up, because I can't lie, I'm actually a fan of Rangnick. I do think like the system that he's been trying to employ with Man United has been kind of the polar opposite of Oli in terms of having like a really cohesive press. And we did see patches of it against Man City in the first half, but it just seems like these players haven't got the mentality for it for one, and they haven't really got the legs to really make it work for 90 minutes, which is why in the second half they seem to falter against all these teams. Southampton, Burnley, we saw against Man City. And it could be even happening again against Tottenham, which is a team you can't afford to be tied against with, again, one of the best strikers in the world, Harry Kane up front. Not better than Benzema, as some pundits would say right now, but still one of the best strikers in the world on his day, certainly. And obviously, Son up there as well. So for me...
So what you saying for the game, though? Who takes it?
For me, again, this is not a game you would ever want to bet on. But I'm going to go 3-2. You know what it is? Tottenham are literally win, lose. They're coming off a win, so I'm going to pick them to lose. So I'm going to pick United. Hold up. Is Ronaldo fit to play this game, or is he still hiding away?
He's fit to play.
Both Ronaldo and Cavani are fit to play, apparently.
So Cavani actually wants to kick ball now?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
Talk to me.
Because Ronaldo's playing, I'm going 3-2 Spurs.
Damn.
Okay, so before I go to Magpie, so we're running a poll here. So currently, 20% say United will win, 22% say it will be a draw, 29% say Spurs will win, and 30% say I don't care about these dudes, which is very, very harsh. I don't know why anyone would put votes for that, but it is what it is.
Does that math even add up? Hold up. Does it?
Look, I'm going via YouTube, bro. So it is what it is. So I'm going via YouTube. Oh yeah. That math doesn't add up, bro. Wait, hold up. Oh no. So 20% say United will win, 21% say draw. Now 27% say I don't care, and 31% say Spurs are going to win.
I see.
Magpies, talk to me, bro.
Obviously, I mean, I don't really have much input. My main focus is the Chelsea Newcastle game. That's where I'm at.
No. Just wait, hold up. Yes. Can you just very quickly? What is your view on what Red Devil is doing and what he's been away to, and what he's been allowed to get away with, creating a different personality because he can't take the smoke of United? What's your view?
You know, I cannot speak because there's a picture out there that of me kissing a Real Madrid badge after the Real Madrid and PSG game. So I can't speak, HH.
This fan base, oh my goodness. You know, I'm gonna speak on this. You know what? You United fans,
might be that image, guys. I'm begging you. No. If you can find an image of Yassier kissing a Real Madrid badge, I am begging you, please.
You know what it is for me, HH? Like, I don't like to kick a man or a club when they're down, but I'm going to take my shots. I'm going to do a frog splash off the top rope like I'm Eddie Guerrero, because these United fans were so gassed in the summer. When Ronaldo came, they said they were going for the quadruple. They were like, oh, Jadon Sancho's going to tear up the league. They have Champions League Varane. Like, bro, you're turning him into Conference League Varane. Bro, Sancho, he's got less numbers than flipping Trevor Chalobah, bro. Like, Ronaldo's looking like a pensioner. Like, damn. So look, all I'm saying is for Magpies, Red Devils Studio.
The only thing I would say is that, like, I mean, you have valid points, but with where Chelsea are right now, the words might come back. The words might come back. So it's
Wait.
probably better to just move in silence and see what happens.
Where Chelsea are now,
then,
which is
you know,
above, which is above you.
Worry about
No,
both
I'm
your-
just saying. I'm just saying. Like, think football. This is the thing about football. Football. Things can change really fast. You know, one day you're the World Cup champions, for example. The next day, you're shopping in Peckham. You know what I mean? Like this is
In my defense, though, in my defense, guys.
Peckham is nice though.
When
Peckham
you
is
do-
nice. Peckham is
You can
actually
get some
nice.
deals in
Where do
Peckham.
you-
like-
You
the
can.
match-
That's what I'm saying. You can
That's
get some really good deals in Peckham. Actually,
Guys, in my defense, that was a Ronaldo Real Madrid jersey. So
And someone DM me, yes, kissing the Real Madrid jersey.
no,
My
don't
DMs
do
are
it. Don't do it.
My DMs
Bro.
are open like
To be
a
fair,
desperate
to be fair,
Instagram
don't-
model.
At least-
Don't
DM
do
me, yes, kissing the Real Madrid jersey. Magpie.
I was like, Hala Madrid, and I
yes,
was like,
you Mike. Yes, you
At least Yasser didn't deactivate his Twitter. I still remember Abdul. Okay, if you're watching, I still remember like you deactivated your Twitter today. So yeah, so obviously at some point maybe tomorrow we'll do a Newcastle Chelsea preview because that game is going to be big. So 9 games undefeated, by the way, 9 games undefeated. We're on a very good run.
It's a big game.
It's a big game, So people are cussing us
I'm not talking to this guy about that.
we've got one of the best runs in the country right now. But in regards to United versus Spurs, the game you guys are referring to, it's a difficult one because like they're just too inconsistent. They're both teams are just.
Hold up. So let's let me
Richard,
tell the story. Tell the story.
I don't understand.
I think
I try to speak and you keep on
That's fine.
rotating.
Let's just tell the story. I was just so
Okay.
and basically me and artists we did like a co-stream. So watching it was United against Liverpool. And this is when Liverpool were going through their bad run. Artist was so sure he doesn't would win. And he said, bro, half of the lives we're gonna beat them so for and everything. And as we watched, United screwed up. This guy had a post match that was already scheduled afterwards. He didn't do it. That's unprofessional. You can't do that. You didn't show up.
No, I'm sure RDS soon that would be like, I don't really understand. He was trying to process what was going on. So, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong though. Hey, Change, just clarify something for me, and maybe Yasir can as well. Was that the same season that I was told that you were begging, like Gareth Bale, like Spurs?
Yeah.
Was that in the same season? When you were on
Apparently, he was hiding behind a chair or something.
Was that in this? The thing you're referring to RDS, was that in the same season that you were begging Spurs for a favor to win games? Was that
Yeah. Oh no, let me take that
Same
here. Let me take that.
okay.
That is the same season where we needed Leicester to help us to finish top 4,
Right.
so that we can qualify for the Champions League. But lo and behold, 2 weeks later we won the Champions League, so we qualified anyways. So yeah, that is that season.
That's fair. That's fair. It was just clarification. So, but before I was interrupted, because I actually want to give my opinion on the United.
Oh yeah,
Spurs,
sure.
So like, at the end of the day, these two teams, the inconsistency is there. Can you really trust Spurs? So okay, yes, they beat Manchester City, but then the following week they lost to I think Burnley. I think it was. So, and on top of that, I think people are sort of ignoring Conte's previous comments about like him saying like, I've got no idea what this club is about. There's clearly some stuff in the background where he might probably want to end up leaving the club. Maybe Chelsea might go for him. Who knows?
God forbid.
I don't know. So maybe the new manager, new owner is like, listen, I want a change, and it goes for Conte. I don't know.
No, that's not happening, bro. That's not happening.
It's just something to throw out there. But Manchester United, on the other hand, are all the very definition of inconsistency FC. It will be interesting to see. I guess what I'm interested to see about this game is how, because Conte is still quite a defensive counter-attacking coach, and that's fair. But I'm interested to see how it will work in the initial press system that Ragnick is going to employ, would employ at least in the first half anyway, and whether United can get through this Spurs side, because I don't think that Conte will go all out, at least initially anyway. So I think that different contrasts of sort of tactics will be interesting to see. But I think overall, to be honest, given the nature of these two teams and their consistency, it's probably going to be a draw. So I think I'm going to go with 1-1. I think 1-1 Spurs, 1-1 2. Yeah, 1-1 basically.
I believe I'm going to go with 2-1 United because it's the kind of game that United will win.
Is this a jinx that you're doing?
No,
or is this
no,
genuine analysis? Because you can never tell. You can never tell really with UHH. So
wait,
you-
Mark, I only wish the best for United.
just out of curiosity, presumably you think that Chelsea are going to beat Newcastle the weekend, right?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
No, just clarify. You are the club winners. Are you going to
I
beat us
feel
or
that
not?
Newcastle are in an amazing run, and Chelsea will have their walkout against Newcastle.
My Pies, you don't understand. H's jinx is so strong that Chelsea are in disarray. People don't understand that.
Wrong place. You asked me a question that says Chelsea are going to have to
okay.
sweat, and it's going to be a tough game against
You're
Newcastle.
saying you're so no. I just want and Ford, you can chime in here. Are you trying to tell me that the likes of like Joe
Ford,
Linton,
don't answer. Ford,
Chris
don't take
Wood,
the bait.
and
don't
Chris
take
Wood
the bait.
and Callum Wilson will score more goals than £100 million Romelu Lukaku at the
Lukaku's getting
weekend.
sold. Magpies. Lukaku's
No,
getting
no.
sold.
I'm just saying, are those three players potentially going to score more goals than 100 million Romelu Lukaku at the weekend? Because you said we're going to beat Newcastle, going to beat Chelsea.
That's crazy.
Well, we didn't know. H didn't say we're going to beat you. We just said that we've got a work cut out for you. It's going to be a tough game, and I completely agree. I mean, Newcastle are unbeaten in 2022. They're in amazing form. All of their signings have worked out. They've got They've got the best Bruno in the league. When we also go against Southampton, incredible goal.
But you guys are the World Cup champions.
Wait, hold up. Wait. Magpies, can I give my scoreline, please?
Yeah,
And then I'll talk about Newcastle.
I mean, I can't lie. I do love hearing Magpies say we're World Cup champions. Can you just say it one more time for me again? World Cup champions. I love it.
Yeah, Club World Cup champions. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. You know,
no, go quickly. Relax. Now, let me before I was really interrupted. 2-1 to United because I believe that this is the kind of game that United will win. Because I've put out a poll, and the poll. So it's also the poll right now. I think that the poll is now more proper. So 19% say it will be a draw. 24% say I don't care about these dudes. 27% say United will win. 30% say Spurs will win. I understand why people say Tottenham will win. On the surface, they should win. But I think Cristiano is going to make a difference.
You think so?
Yeah, I think because there is so much going against United right now. There is such a wave going against United right now, and I see these patterns happening. Like, that's going to lose. Then disarray. Cristiano's crap. Tottenham are doing really good. Hurricane, best of the world. That, is the kind of game that United are going to win. Now, here's the thing, though. Ragball could, if Conte gets his tactics right, which he normally does, Ragball could be perfect for Tottenham. Perfect. And that's the only danger. But I feel this top four. This is why I think United will win. This top four thing I think is going to go down to the last few days. Because if United lose, it's done. So the story has to keep on unfolding. So I could have gone for a draw, and 1-1 I think is a pretty good scoreline to go. So if you're betting merchants like Abdul, 1-1 is a pretty interesting score to go with. But Old Trafford, Cristiano is back. Cristiano has been reading Twitter and people abusing him and insulting him, saying that he's frozen. 2-1, and one of them will be a penalty by Cristiano.
Quickly, is Varane back for this game?
Yes.
Well, you know what, Varane, Lindelof, that could lock up Kane and Son. It could, because obviously Maguire, he can't start. That guy can't start if you don't want to win this game. So
no, but isn't he like the amazing captain of England, Captain Maverick, and so forth? So I mean, Maguire has to start.
But here's the thing, though. Not because you said you think United's going to win. I think we're going to lose. Because I truly believe in your jinx, bro. I have never seen. Every day I wake up and I see.
My whole thing
no, you don't understand. No, I don't understand. You don't understand.
Didn't you say Mbappe would win the Champions League this season?
No, Mbappe. It's even worse than that. I've been following the whole Chelsea thing, right? HA's been optimistic. No, don't worry, we'll be fine. No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be this and it gets continuously gets worse and worse and worse. Every day I wake up, I'm like, damn. And every time HH puts out a video, he's like, no, you'll be fine. We'll get the Saudi owner. Abramovich won't let that happen. Like the UK says, nope. We're gonna take it away from. We're gonna take that power away from. It just
No.
gets
But I
worse
did
and
say
worse,
that
bro.
Abramovich will sell it, and that's what happened. I said, "Oh, this is gonna get sold," and it happened. So I was right there. Wait, now because I want to deal with Magpies Bombers Club. David says, super. Oh, thank you for the super sticker, David T. And David T. Again, thank you for that super sticker, David T. Thank you, David T. Thank you for the dub. Tuchel might want to join his prodigy Sancho at Man United. Might bring Rudiger with him. So
I pray, man.
David T. Last I checked, you actually left your United. So glad to see you back at United. Secondly, Rudiger is not going anywhere near Man United, so I don't understand what's happening. And Tuchel loves Chelsea. Why the bloody hell would Tuchel want to leave an amazing role that he now has at Chelsea for a club that's cost?
Bro, they
United
can't
is
pay him, bro. They froze accounts. You guys have no money.
Oh
What?
no,
He's gonna work for free?
like, bro, everything's good now. It's getting on frozen. Everything's good now. So let me deal with the Magpie Studio. Let me deal with Magpie Studio. So we're 136.20. So Magpie Studio, I still don't recognize you as a Newcastle supporter, but I'm just going to humor you. Since for the series, I'm going to humor you. I will never recognize you as a Newcastle supporter.
I'm a complicated Newcastle supporter.
I'm never recognized as a Newcastle supporter. So Ford, are you worried about these Newcastle dudes? Let me bring up the table right now. They've been doing all right. Shout out to Boy Howe.
Yeah, they've been going crazy, man.
They have the second best record in the league. Second best record in the league. 4 wins out of 5. And that one that they didn't win was a draw. So they have not lost in 5 games and they've won 4 out of their 5. Very impressive, looking very, very good. And I believe, look, they're safe. They're safe. Like that's a done deal. They don't need to worry about. Look, like they're safe. They're safe. They're good.
Wait, sorry to interrupt you, HH. What's happening with your boy Lampard with Everton right there?
Ford.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's looking good.
Ford underscore 100. Ford underscore 100. Chelsea, Newcastle. Talk to me. Ford, are you there? Okay, so let me come to you, Magpies. So Magpies. Actually, you know how annoying this is.
Can I ask a question to Magpies? Can I ask a question?
No, yes, you ask because I can't do it. I can't do it.
I just wanted to know, are you guys accepting loans? Are you guys accepting those, or are you guys had to is it part of FFP that how many loans are you guys allowed? I mean, because
we don't. I mean, right now, I think as I was telling HH during the whole Chelsea crisis thing, we are accepting temporary loans from Chelsea players and fans.
But only Chelsea though. No one else.
I think it's desperate times at this moment in time, so we grant extraordinary circumstances. So I think if they are Chelsea players that want to obviously become Newcastle players, that's cool. If they're Chelsea fans that potentially see the demise of their club and they fear that it's going to turn into a Brexit-based football club.
So this is only this only depending on specific areas like London. Do you guys branch out to Manchester at any chance?
Magpies. Tell me what's going to happen in this game on Sunday. Yes, meet your mic. What's going to happen in this game on Sunday?
All right.
Well, I'm curious to see what you think. So I've kind of already said what I think might happen, but I'm curious as a Chelsea fan.
Okay.
Well, I think the first thing is we've established that you guys will have fuel to come up to Newcastle. Because there was some query before from Amsterdam Chelsea as to whether you had enough money to buy fuel.
Magpies, we have
to Newcastle.
We have Magpies. We have more than enough fuel.
Okay.
We have money.
Okay.
And not everything you read on Madrid Zone is true.
No, it wasn't Madrid Zone. It was Absolute Chelsea. That was where I got the source from.
And Absolute Chelsea have said that we're good. Basically, okay, Magpies, don't worry about it. We're good. So what I think will happen,
okay, cool. It's just a long drive. That's all.
Magpies, it's going to be a tough game.
Okay.
For Newcastle, and I hope that we win. So what do you think is going to happen?
Who do you think is going to score for Chelsea?
I don't have to answer that question. Magpies, I want you to. Magpies, as I said, I'm taking no chances. Magpies, I'm taking no chances.
That's fair.
All I do is I hope for the best on Sunday.
The way that I see it is that, like, it's still phase one. We're still in our stride. We're in a good position. We are unbeaten 9 games. There's a lot of positive optimism around the club. Eddie Howe, I think, is one of the most underrated English managers. So I'm not saying he's the best, but like he's a good manager.
He's very good.
He's very good expanding football. Like it is a joy actually watching Newcastle right now. But like you compare to when we were under that brick Steve Bruce, who didn't really know what the hell he was doing. The type of football that we're playing, like it's a joy to watch, and there's positivity around the club and the fans. So that momentum, so if I recall, this is at St James's Park, as opposed to so.
Wait, hold up.
No,
so
this is at Stamford Bridge.
Stamford Bridge. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, so it is on the bridge, because of the whole deal with like fans coming to the stadium and everything.
Yeah, remember the Reece James brace? That was at St James's Park.
Yeah. Fine. So it's
Wait, Stamford Bridge is still open?
Yes, mute your mic.
Come on. So that even changes things, because being at Stamford, I think it's going to be even more difficult to get something. I mean, I would love a point. At Stamford Bridge, but I just think that the Chelsea circumstances, I think that will unify the team. I think the fans are going to be very much with Chelsea, and then you're going to have certain players like that maybe even playing for their futures. So I just can't see a situation where Chelsea don't beat Newcastle, basically, because there's just so many factors that are there where Newcastle, if we were at home, I might be a bit more confident, but being away, I expect at least Lukaku to score, Mount maybe with 1 or 2 assists,
Lukaku.
and maybe Kai Havertz, unless you're going to go with, presumably you're going to keep Lukaku on the bench and Kai Havertz will play the number 9, false 9. Is that you're still going to do that?
Ford_100. Do you believe when what Magpie said that based on the circumstances that's happened, it will galvanize Chelsea, specifically with how loud the bridge will be on Sunday, and that'll be too much for Newcastle to withstand?
I mean, I don't know if I can believe any man who is meant to be a United fan or a Man United fan, and there's now a Magpies fan saying we, this, that, the other, talking about Steve Bruce, our old manager. Like, huh? Come on, man.
Forward, you need to focus.
Stay loyal, bro. Stay loyal.
You need to focus on the game. Can you focus
Forward. Have they raised enough money to save the bridge yet?
Forward, ignore it.
Hilarious. Although what I will say is Chelsea were, again, our budget is only 500,000 for home games currently under this stupid sanction. Chelsea actually, on average, normally spend $1 million on every match day. So the fact that it's been cut in half is crazy. That's crazy. That is actually mad. But yeah, obviously for the actual team itself, look, again, one thing Tuchel is very good at is managing the chaos. Again, one thing that he said is
no. Sorry, hold on. Wait. Is this real? Wait, so
yes,
is this in effect?
No. So the only people that should be able to pay are
season ticket dudes,
season ticket holders. But what the government have been trying to legislate over the last few days is having tickets been given out for free, especially to school kids. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna maybe try and find my old library card to see if I can sneak in.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna say, bro, like, let me call, man. Give a guy, because trust me, because I think I threw it away. My university library card.
That's pathetic, guys. You guys had to chance to sneak into games, use cards and stuff. Come on, man.
Talk about this dude, man.
Look, I've got okay, I won't say full faith, but I'm very confident in Tuchel to get the best out of these boys and to get them in the right mindset to play. It's going to be a very tough game. And he said it after the Norwich game in his post-match presser that Newcastle is going to be a very unique challenge. They're in great form. They're very confident, and it's going to be very difficult, man. So I'm expecting a very tough game. Again, our performances of late, while results have been great, our performances have been better, but they're still not at the standard that you would say the European champion should be at. We're not really there yet. Obviously, one thing that needs to happen for sure is we need to see the return of a former Newcastle player in the Chelsea lineup, and that is Kennedy at left wing back, because I can't lie, we survived so many years of Alonso getting no injuries, and we finally are blessed with him having an injury. And obviously, I hope it's not severe, but we're finally blessed with him being forced out of the lineup. only for his Spanish twin, Saul Niguez, to come and take the left wing back spot and stink up that whole left hand side along with Timo Werner. I mean, yes, we beat Norwich 3-1, but that left hand side stunk with them two there. So they got to get out of that lineup. Kennedy has to start. Again, if you want to start Lukaku up front and have Havertz play behind him with Mount, or even bring in Ziyech, I don't mind. I'd like to see it. You could also bring, obviously, Project Neymar to come through. Again, I think he's fit now, so that could be an option as well.
Wait, can you double space that? What do you mean? Who's Project Neymar?
Forward, don't. I'm begging. I'm actually begging you.
I mean, I'm actually disappointed.
I'm begging you.
I'm actually disappointed. Ardius, you should know. You're a fan of the channel. Project Neymar is Callum Hudson-Odoi.
I'm begging you.
AKA Cho.
So just to clarify, so Neymar, Callum Hudson-Odoi, that connection is there. Is that what you're saying, forward?
I say Callum is what is essentially, again, where this spawned from is the fact that Hudson-Odoi is the closest thing this country has produced to a Neymar type player.
Whoa.
Yes, I stand by that. And again, the current Neymar, obviously, we don't want him to go on that trajectory. But again, pre Francesca Antella, whatever his sister's name is, pre that Neymar, that's the Neymar that Hudson-Odoi can.
You don't think, for example, like a player like Saka, for example, is closer to Neymar, for example?
In terms of natural ability, no. But Saka, in terms of performances right now, yeah, he's killing it. And fair play to him. He's doing it for a good team that's not in Europe right now. He's doing his thing.
Wait. Did I just hear that right? That Cho has more natural ability than Bukayo Saka?
No.
Yes. He has more natural ability. Yes.
Ford, you're done. Ford. Ford.
I'm not done. I didn't answer the question. So I think Chelsea are going to win this game. It's not going to be easy, but I think we're going to win 2-1.
Who's to score the goals forward?
Thiago Silva and probably a Jorginho penalty. Some nonsense.
That fraud.
Okay, wait, hold on. So before I say just shout out Football Fans Tribe, and guys, if you don't know that channel, man.
Oh, Nigerian guys, man.
Bro,
yeah. Shout out.
Amazing channel, bro. And guys, I'm a huge fan of you guys. Guys, trust me, if you want hilarious content from the fatherland of Nigeria and so forth, the Nigerian channel, Nigerian fan channel, who interviews guys, superb. Absolutely superb, bro.
When Ollie was there.
Remember the United fan who was
Your hatred, I sent you the clips, bro. That was some of the best content you'll ever see.
Do you know how many times I watched it like about five times back to back, bro? I was in tears. I was in tears crying.
And you know the funniest part is the guy was spot on about everything. Everything he was spot on.
About everything. He was right by everything. Listen, we have to link up soon, man. Trust me, I'll send you a DM and we have to link up soon, man. But guys, please go watch that channel. Freaking hilarious.
It's great reactions.
Too good. So let me just hit this jobs and then we have one more thing to go. And yes, I have a present for you.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have anything.
Yeah, we're gonna end the show on that. It's been fun, so we'll end the show on that. So, what do we get? So Kate says, "No, I didn't jinx Bram.
You kind of did.
You did.
All because I called. Don't say because I called Bram. Don't say because it's no. Don't do that. Don't.
You said Bram has a yacht and everything. And,
don't do that.
I was at his yacht. You know, I called him.
You did ask Bram to rig the UCL, you know.
You did that.
Like that. So there were a lot of things that you asked.
Look, give me a break. Look, David T. The line. You know what, guys need to relax because again, people say, "Oh, what is it about?" Now, obviously, it's not funny now because we're all good now. But
no, it's just you know, he did. Look, see, the line didn't know though. He couldn't take his chances.
Kudos for the creativity.
Yeah,
kudos for the creativity.
Yeah,
HS, don't say you were all good. You might jinx it, bro.
We're all bad. We're screwed. It's a mess. It's a mess. So we're going down. We're gonna get relegated. No, I'll tell you, David T. Quick question: when last did your Bombers club win a major trophy? Please, just put it in the comments. And just when last did your Bombers club win a major trophy? Thank you, bro. And David T. again says, RB Leipzig owners to take over Chelsea and turn it into RB London Blues FC. David, no. That's cool. But the issue is you've still not answered my question. When last did your club win a major trophy? Because last I checked, the last time they won a major trophy was managed by a guy who Ford has disrespected. I think his name is I don't know. I forgot what his name is. So, guys, some good news. Some good news. So, what time do we have here? It's 1:50. Some good news, guys. The Ballon d'Or.
Yay.
Why they didn't do this before, I have no freaking idea. So, forget about the other 2 points. Those points are irrelevant. It's the first point. So, the award period will be for the European season rather than the entire calendar year. So, it says the award will consider players' individual performance, collective performance, the class of a player, and their fair play record. Players' performances in the previous years will not be considered when voting for the winner. And yeah, all the blah, 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 blah. But that's just the main one here. Now, I never remember FIFA's best award. This is what they always did. They always did this for FIFA's best award of it's the season. Because the whole thing of doing it over a year is like, how do football things work? We work via a season. We don't work via a way. We work via a season. So let's look at the football season and who was the best player from this particular season. Because a scenario you could have is if you do it within like a year or so forth. What if one player has like a summer World Cup and another guy doesn't? So but the thing though is if you're doing it for the season, do you take into account that's Copa America or do you take into account that's Euros? That's the thing. But I've always felt that because this is football and we weren't through a season, it's always made much more sense to be like, aha, what do you do over the season? Because the issue with the year is you're doing it off the tail end of last season and the beginning of this season, which is stupid. That's just stupid. It makes much more sense of like, this is the football season. Not what did you do in the tail end of last season? Because that's how the calendar year works. With the beginning of the year is the tail end of last season, and the end of the year is the beginning of the next season, which is stupid. It's much more logical of for the season, which runs from August, September to April, May the next year, and we're not going to assess you for that period. Because remember, sometimes guys are really good at the beginning of the season and then throughout. So that's my thing. So look, so Magpies, I mean, what do you think of this change, and why don't you think that this is already done earlier on?
Well, I think it's because obviously the Ballon d'Or is a French award, like obviously the keep and stuff like that involved. So I imagine that it has something to do with just the owners of it, the nature of it. So I don't think it, especially now that I think that Liga has become a lot more relevant in recent seasons. It just seems that then there's been much more of an emphasis to keep it more in line with what's going on around the rest of the European leagues than maybe what was going on domestically, I guess. But at the end of the day, like it obviously makes sense that it covers a season as well. And yeah, I think the changes seem to have occurred, I think, because of what happened with Messi.
Yeah.
So there you go. I would suspect that Messi is probably not going to get the Ballon d'Or this year.
No.
I could be wrong, but I assume
unless Argentina win the World Cup.
And even then, maybe.
Magpies, come on, bro. Like if he wins the World Cup, of course they'll give it to Messi, 100%. So he has to win the World Cup though, because bro, Magpies, actually no, because I'm gonna say like bring up that. But no, it's too much. Because, did you see like a guy called me like a Nigerian piece of crap when I said that Messi contributed to things? So don't bring that up right now, because we can really go in on Messi, but don't be
no. Messi is my goat, man. Messi's my goat at the end of the day. So just like allow him to like do his thing, in Liga amongst other things. So let him live. Let Messi live in Liga, man.
What's he going to do in Liga?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, what it's March, isn't it? We're still it's he's still got 2 months left, man. He's got 2 months left, bro. He's still got
come on. It's 10 assists, man. 10 assists.
yeah, exactly. He's got 10 assists and he's got yeah. LML, let Messi live, man. Let Messi live, man. LML, man. Let Messi live.
Yo, can I ask for Messi though? Can he not just like go to Argentina and just chill out for the rest of the season? Can he not just do that? Like I'm actually serious. Like can he not just go to Argentina and just be like, yeah, you know, just chilling?
Like, okay, you're gonna turn up against like Eiffel Tower United and do what?
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the point? Actually, that like 13 points ahead, then no one's catching them. Like, just chill out, man. Go somewhere warm.
Yeah,
relax.
let him live, man. Let him live.
Like,
Let him live.
Ballon d'Or.
Look, I gotta say, first of all, hashtag respect Messi. Look, the Messi slander for me, I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it personally.
No,
But
It's also before. You have to admit that. Notice, bro. Messi will be the guy before. Just that's what it is hilarious because all he has left is the French league because you're out of the cup. You know, you see.
oh, he's out of the cup too. Oh my god, that's crazy. Like what?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look, just go easy in HHDN, man. Just go easy, guys. Go easy. As for the Ballon d'Or,
Gatlock says check your DMs, HA, just in case. Just
man, Gatlock, I hate him. He finds everything. Gatlock finds everything.
Check your DMs, HA.
Yeah. Obviously, my take on the Ballon d'Or, it's good news. It's news that should have happened years ago. Personally, again for all the reasons that we've already stated. It'll be interesting to see when they actually. Like, is it confirmed when they're going to actually instate these rules? Or is it going to be for this season now?
Yeah, so it's from 2020 onwards, yeah. So the next Ballon d'Or will be for just covering this season.
So in August, so there's going to be a second Ballon d'Or that soon. So, okay, interesting. Yeah, so again, I think it's what needed to happen. I think there's still more that can be done to actually improve the overall system to make sure that the right person is awarded with the result, with the awards. So we'll see how that goes. And again, just because it's gone to August now, let's say if it's handed out in August, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to always go to the right person. Because last season, if it was handed out in August, and like I'm not making a joke here, but it probably would have went to Jorginho just based off of hype of winning the Champions League and the Euros back to back. Like that hype might have given him the Ballon d'Or. So there's going to be a lot of recency bias with this kind of thing, with the trophies that are won just before August, and they may not reward somebody who's performed consistently throughout the season. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So Yasir, Ballon d'Or. Briefly.
So just to understand, this like when they say season, are they including the summer as well, or like whenever the World Cup or any domestic? I mean, any international tournaments are going on as well, or is that not included?
That's what I'm not too sure about, but because my thing is dependent on when it takes place. So if they're gonna keep it, put it this way. So let's say it's in January 2023. So it won't take August to December 2022 into account. So if there's a summer tournament in 2022, it will take the 21-22 season, whatever tournament is in 22 into account. But whatever you do from August till so anything from August onwards of 2022, which is the next season, won't be taken into account.
I mean, I guess we just got to see how things goes, but because the thing is like, okay, the club performance versus the international performance. So, because at the end of the day, I don't want them not to include the international tournaments, because like, come on, like if the guy balls in the World Cup, I mean, you want that to be included in like your decision making in terms of like who you're going to give the Ballon d'Or to. But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, reform should have happened a long time ago. But the only reason why this is happening now is because it's the end of an era. Let's not kid ourselves. Messi and Ronaldo are coming to the end, and FIFA has realized that, and they say, you know what, let's change it now. So, I mean, as much as everyone's happy about all the change, everything is like the change only is happening because there is just no justification now from no move on from now to give it to either a Cristiano or Messi because no one will accept that anymore. Like last year, you pretty much like people. A lot of Messi fans are gonna hate me for saying this, but they got away with it because Messi won the Copa America, like literally, like he won the Copa America. But it's now it's like simply like it's getting to that point where like there's like no argument. Like you cannot make an argument why these two should be considered for the Ballon d'Or because it's simply have not have the season and moving forward. This just seems like this is going to be the norm. So because of that, in my general opinion, is the reason why they changed the rules. Now it's like the Ballon d'Or. Now, in my opinion, hopefully it gets back to what it should have been. Like
Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah.
All right, so let me take these jobs and then we'll round off for tonight. So yeah, the best has surpassed Ballon d'Or a long time ago. Yeah, no. I mean, for me, I think the best makes him look almost sense, but the issue is that Ballon d'Or still has that allure. I mean, look at the kind of guys that have won the Ballon d'Or, the guys that wanted to win it, like Lewandowski. Casey, Project Ney equals Chovid equals 4 goals equals teams will score 20 plus goals. Now, who the hell said teams will score 20 plus goals? That was definitely not on me. That was definitely not me.
I don't think it was me either.
Was who?
I feel like
I don't think it was me either.
It definitely wasn't Forward.
Forward, you didn't say Lukaku would score 20 plus goals, did you?
He didn't.
But I swear, I thought I saw a video.
No, I got Forward.
No. He said no. No, Forward.
No, it's a direct Forward. Did you say Lukaku was going to score 20 plus Gs?
No, I didn't. You see, he said no.
He's not speaking. He's on mute. I don't understand.
No, he did not.
Forward.
He said no. He said no.
That's not. People can clearly see speaking in the mic.
No, I never said that about Lukaku. Right. I never said that. No.
Everyone can clearly see Forward's muted. So yeah, I think the streets need a bit of clarification about that.
What's it called?
You didn't say that.
You see, you know what? Bash, I think we can all agree that he's not going to reach that thing. But as I always say, better luck next year. So there's always next year. Yeah, says Messi will win Ballon d'Or for participation. Guys, relax. Relax. Say.
I mean, it's like what are they gonna say? The way he missed that penalty was so graceful,
Wait, hold on. HQ to midfield. Hey, Baldy, remove your shades and free your shiny head. Okay, thank you. Ballon d'Or has become a joke ceremony award. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, it's just for glitz and glamour. Yes, I saw the DM and Abdul. That's a garbage crap joke. I said, Abdul, don't quit your day job, man. You're an awful comedian. R7 says, RC can't win it. World Cup not included in 2022, in 2020. No, but no. They will. Guys, come on. How are they not going to include? See, this is the only rarity because normally 9 out of 10 the World Cup takes place in the summer. But I think what they will do is they will ignore the domestic season but take the World Cup into account because it's just a rarity of the World Cup happening in November. But of course they're going to take the World Cup into account, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. When I see Messi play, it's in my name. #CCL. Okay, thank you, that. So, Yasser side, how you doing, bro?
I'm okay, just chilling.
So,
getting mentally prepared for our matches.
Yes, good. Thank you. So,
content cracking, it's coming. I got mentally prepared.
So, as you all know, guys, Yasser side is a hardcore United fan. He believed in Marcus Ballon d'Or Rashford. He believed United would get a treble this season, and he believed in Cristiano. So he's a hardcore United fan. Now, we also what happened between Real Madrid and PSG was an amazing, incredible, superb game. And we were all privileged to witness what happened in that game. But you wouldn't expect someone to sort of switch because of that one night. And guys, just keep in mind, Yasser Said is a hardcore United fan. So I just need some explanation about an image here. So, Exhibit A. That is Yasser Said sporting a Real Madrid jersey. Now, people say, oh, what's wrong? I have jerseys here. He just has jerseys. There is nothing wrong with having a jersey. Is there? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with sporting a jersey. Maybe he was doing it for a fashion sense. He's maybe thinking of becoming a male model in culture. There's nothing wrong. So people say, why are you wasting our time with this? But then we go to Exhibit B. And this is where I need Yasser to sort of explain this.
So, ladies and gentlemen, people of the court. That's not me. So, yeah, that ain't me.
Yes.
Yo, that comment gotta relax. Hey, yes. I mean, light skin. Yo,
I don't want to delve too deep into that comments and so forth, so I won't. So I'm gonna allow to continue to go through, man. So.
Okay. Let me explain. This is me, by the way, guys. This is me. This is who I am. That was a CR7 jersey, right? So, I was wearing it, and then, I just kind of got carried away with emotions, I am but a man that loves football. So, what can I say, I just kind of got carried away. Hala Madrid, Hala Madrid. For Don Parrish, shout out to Mutaha, shout out to Sergio Contral, shout out to Villaton, shout out to all my Real Madrid fans out there, shout out to my brothers. You guys did it. We did it. Ross, shout out to Ralph, who's also on loan to Real Madrid. We did it, guys. We did it.
Wait, guys, Rob is white, isn't he?
Rob is white. Yeah, Rob is white.
So
wait. HH, are you sure?
No. He is. He's like there was a time when his video quickly came on and everything, and then I saw him. He's white. He's white. I mean, I hope so, because if he isn't white, then
no, HH, I got carried away, bro.
Mr. Rob keeps us safe. Rob is the guy that keeps us all good and so forth, man. So, last thing before we get out of here, man. So, Manu fans' obsession with Messi is truly unhealthy. Well, it's because of 2011, bro. 2011, what Messi did to them in 2011 and 09 and 2011. I can understand it, bro. David C. Messi has
that's not true, is it? Is that true? Can someone verify that?
Oh no! That can't be true.
That can't be true.
That can't be true.
No.
That can't be true. No.
I mean, Scott McTominay, generational player.
There's no way there's no way you're telling me that like Chelsea Saul has more goals than Messi does.
So look at it here. So CR7 will destroy Bayern in the quarters. Still that guy. I believe in him. I believe in that dude.
No,
guys, I want to thank Magpie Studio, Forward. Yes, I want to thank all of you guys.
Shout out.
And so forth. Thank you. And guys, we'll be here post-match for the United Tottenham game. Join me here post-match live for the United Tottenham game. Then afterwards, Saturday night hangers from 11 p.m. Guys, peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Peace.
Peace.